Hi guys, this is your teacher Olive. Today we're going to start a new topic that is completely different and it's going to be divided in two parts. Why? Because it's very extensive. And today we're going to learn about using the punctuation marks, but we are going to focus first on the basic punctuation marks and then the one that we are going to use in a specific occasions, okay? So we are going to say, oh, Ellie, we're having using punctuation marks since I was in first grade. Yes, but today we're going to know or make a review about when to use it in different types of sentences and how to name the types of sentences with that kind of punctuation marks. So let's start, okay? So first, we're going to make a review about what is a sentence. Remember, a sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought or idea, and and has an independent clause. It always contains a subject and a verb. The punctuation mark, like I was saying, there are a lot. I'm going to name it all in general, and then we're going to make it, or I'm going to explain each of them. Sorry, and but today, remember, we're going to focus on the basics. First one, we need or the comma. First punctuation mark that you can see in the image is the comma, the apostrophe, the hyphen, the ellipsis, the period or full stop, the exclamation mark or exclamation point, question mark, the parenthesis, the brackets, the colon, the semicolon, the slash, the quotation marks, and the dash. Now, you're going to find sometimes another punctuation mark, but these are the most important. Now, like I have told you before, the basic punctuation marks are for the comma, the period, the exclamation point, and the question mark. Now, because one of or the comma, it's very important in our sentences. We are going to leave one video only for commas. So today we're going of the four basics. We are going to learn only three: periods, question marks, and exclamation points. I'm going to return to the image so you can see when we are going to use it. This is a comic, but I choose it because it's very funny to understand what they are saying, and it's the real function for each punctuation mark. So let's start. I'm going to go back to the image. Says the comma says, I think we should take a break for a second. The comma needs a break. It's a pause. The period, I think we should stop altogether. That means that you have to make a full stop. I agree. That's making an emotion. And finally, what are you guys talking about? A question. This comic gives you the idea about when to use it. So let's see. We're going to have four types of sentences with the basic punctuation marks. First, we have an interrogative sentence. Let's see what it says. An interrogative sentence is a curious sentence. He's always asking. So that's why we are using a question mark. An imperative sentence is a bossy sentence. Bossy means mandón, that you're going to give orders to others. So imperative means that you're giving orders, and it's going to be with a period. Now we have an exclamatory sentence with emotion. Exclamatory sentence is an exciting sentence, or is an excited sentence. That means that it can be very happy, it can be very sad, and those emotion expresses with the exclamation point or exclamation mark. Now we have the last one, that it's a declarative sentence is an ordinary sentence. It's a very common one, like I am Ali. It's a declarative sentence. It's a normal sentence. And it's going to be using periods. Now, like I have told you, there are four types: declarative, interrogative, imperative, an exclamatory sentence. Now, a declarative sentence tells something, anything, a fact, and ends always with a period. If you don't put a period in a declarative sentence or in at the end of the declarative sentence, it's going to be incorrect, guys. You have to be very careful with this one. Sometimes you write and you forgot to put the period, and it's going to be incorrect. In English, these rules are very important in grammar. Now, let's pass to the next one, the interrogative sentence. Like I have told you, it's a question. So, ends with a question mark. Question, question mark. Then we have the exclamatory sentence. I'm making the sound so you can remember that it's an exclamation, an emotion. It shows a strong feeling, but sometimes can be a bad or a sad or an angry feeling. So that's why you are doing with an exclamation point. Always remember to be sad or angry or happy or excited. So those kind of sentences are going to be with exclamation mark. Okay? Now, let's go back to the notes and then the imperative sentence. Always when I try to remember imperative sentence, I always remember my mom because my mom tells me a lot of things to do. Do this, do that. Or my teacher. Always remember when I give you commands like do your homework, sit down, pay attention. Okay? Every time I say those things to you when you're in the classroom, it's a command. Close the door. Pay attention. Be careful. Those things are imperative sentences. Okay? So let's start with and it ends, with a period or sometimes with an exclamation mark. If it's a very, very strong command, like when if your mom is very, very angry, sometimes it's like combination between an exclamation and an order or an exclamation in a command. So that's why it has to be an exclamation. So if your mom says, sit down, and you look at her and she's angry, you're going to put the exclamatory mark. But if your mom says, sit down, and it's calm, you put a period. Okay? Now, let's see the next one. Like I have told you, these are the 4 types of sentences. Now, let's go back to some examples so it can be more clear for us. The declarative sentence makes a statement and ends with a period. I like freedom. That is the declarative sentence. Look it down, and you have a question mark, a period, and an exclamatory or exclamation point. Each one of the ones that are with purple are different type of sentence. The one that it's in red is a declarative sentence, and it has a period. Isn't this great? Interrogative sentence question. Catch me if you can is an imperative sentence. I am free. It's an exclamatory sentence. Now let's see, an exclamatory sentence, like I have told you, shows emotions. I am free. I treasure you, expressing love. She actually won. A surprise. You're late again, expresses anger. Okay? Now, interrogative question. You are asking why, when, where, who, did you, do you. Every time you're asking something, it's an interrogative sentence, and you must have, and you have to put a question mark at the end. It's a rule, a written rule. You have to. What is history but a fable agreed upon? It's a question. Now, imperative sentence, remember, are commands or orders, like get out, Look at the face of the girl. She's angry. That's why the command or the imperative sentence in this occasion, because it is showing an emotion, goes with an exclamation point. Now, advice. Don't eat yellow snow. It's giving an advice, and it's not showing an emotion, just information. So, period. Warning, like, look out, careful. An imperative sentence, like when you are worried, like, be careful, stop. You have to put an exclamation mark. But if you only give information, like, look, look, I'm giving the command to you to look. Ve. But it's only a period, okay? Now, a request. A request means un pedido, una solicitud. So in this one, you have to please ask leave to leave the table. Ask leave, permiso para retirarte. Instruction, like when I give you, open your books, close the door, sit down. Except when you are talking so much and I say, oh, be quiet, please. Or could you be quiet, please? That's a question. That is not an imperative sentence because I'm asking you. A strong command, it's with an exclamation point. Like a normal one, open your book, sit down, close the door, close the window. It's with a period. Now let's make a review. Remember, guys, a review is going to help us with our PDF at the end of the video. So let's start with our review. There are 4 types of sentences: the declarative, the interrogative, the exclamatory, and the imperative sentences. Declarative sentence goes with a period, interrogative sentence with a question mark, exclamatory sentence with an exclamation point, and imperative sentences can be with 2. If it shows an emotion, is with an exclamation point, and if it's only a command with a warning or a normal command, or instruction is with period. There are some examples that is going to help you with this one. Declarative sentence. I lie told often enough become the truth. Interrogative. What is history but a fable agreed upon? Imperative. Get in your tanks. Exclamatory sentence. Ouch! That hurts. So guys, hope you like it, and don't forget, guys, we are going to see a lot of punctuation marks this week, okay? And this is only the first part of this topic. If you have any questions, remember to write your comments or see you in the video conference. Bye-bye.